Hi, I'm Dawn Keefer, and I'm here today with the Secretary of Agriculture, Russ Redding. Thank you.
Great to see you. Welcome to the Farm Show.
Yes, thank you for having me. So, first of all, I want to thank you. You had given space to our the Dill Tavern, located in Dillsburg,
Right.
and I mean, it's one of my pet projects. I absolutely love it. Love the people that are, all the volunteers that are there, and it's such a treasure.
Well, it's sort of interesting, so I drive by it every day, going back and forth to home. And right after the Farm Show last year, we celebrated 100 years of Farm Show.
Right.
And they invited me out and visited. I said, this is the story that we need to have at the Farm Show. So we brought them in, and they were very gracious to join us. So, great story.
It is a great story. I'm really surprised how they've engaged the public. Like, there's a lot of interest going by there, and I think people don't realize what they have, what they're doing there. That historical, first state distillery, historical distillery that's registered is
it's an amazing piece.
Really
so
unique.
they tell this great story about what was there at the Dill Tavern, but they also had sort of a farmstead,
right,
and taking product and turning it into value-added product, whiskey and distillery. So great story.
And the tobacco.
And tobacco, yes. Yeah. Right.
So Herb Baumberger is a very close friend of mine, and we worked on that. So with the Farm Show, you have millions of people there. How is this? People always come here for the food. How is this, though, connecting the farming agriculture community with the consumers? How are we getting people more connected?
I say all the time that people they touch agriculture 3 times a day, but it's at the refrigerator door. Right? During the year. Here, you get a chance to really say, where does that come from? Who's feeding me? How does that grow? What are all the sort of the components to making that product available? You really get a chance to see that at the Farm Show.
How do you think they get to take that home? Do you think that resonates beyond, oh, look, I picked up some potato donuts, or, oh, I picked up a great bottle of wine here? How do you get that longevity, like that, to kind of pull them in to buy local, to really appreciate what's currently fresh, that type of thing?
Well, I think it's certainly a way to begin that conversation. Right. I think for a lot of folks here, they come in, and admittedly, they may know agriculture in some one dimension, right? If they're lucky enough to live in a county like York or Adams, like you and I, maybe they see it differently, but you really need to sort of engage them, and that's what we want to try to do at the Farm Show. The Know Your Farmer area we added last year has been a great hit about how does food grow. We've got a farm to shelf to take it from the farm all the way through the retail setting to the shelf. There's storylines that we have a chance to tell here at Farm Show.
Right, and I think there's been a better job of that. Like, as I've gone around, so this year is my scavenger hunt. Usually I do the Explorer with the kids, but my scavenger hunt was finding constituents within my district and what do they do. So that's been really fun for me to do, and that's been really interesting to know, hey, this is in my backyard. I didn't realize that this was made right there. So that's a great component.
Well, it's a great experience, right? So we were intentional with our theme to keep the word experience, because everybody comes here for that experience.
Right.
It could be in the food court, it could be a show ring, could be the Dill's Tavern, engaging somebody who has never heard of them or what they've done. So it's a great experience.
So my last question that I have for you is the future of agriculture. I mean, personally, my district is a huge agricultural base that's there, but it's the longevity of that. It's the future of farming. Who's picking that up? Who's going with it with all the developments, the regulations? What do you see some of the barriers there being?
Yeah, I'm very bullish on the future of ag and very positive. I think it's a great future. It is not without challenge, right? From land use to consumer preferences to trade agreements. I mean, all of that comes to bear on the farm and in this industry of agriculture. I think the challenges are keeping people connected to the food system. The challenge is making sure that we're making appropriate use of technology and explaining why we're using the technologies we are. There's also this real issue of economics, right? This is still a business. And if there's one concern right now, it's just given what's happened to the economy, the agricultural economy, and the influences of trade agreements and trade around the world, what has happened to our own sort of the margins on the farm. They're a little depressed at this moment. So every farmer would say goodbye to 2016, and they're ready for a new season, though, but very optimistic.
Okay, so you definitely are optimistic.
I'm very optimistic about it, yes.
I will say that's probably the largest community in my district that's reached out to me. What are you going to do to help us? What can we do to help foster and help agriculture flourish in the district? So
Yep.
that's not an easy question to answer.
It's not.
How do you tackle that? So,
and I always say there's two pieces to it. There's always a near-term component, right?
Right.
It's about the price. It's about what am I doing
Right.
right now. But we also have to look long-term.
Right.
And say it's about land and keeping good land and keeping people trained to step in and keep our eye on that future. And that's really one of the storylines of both agriculture as an industry, but also of the farm show.
Right, right. So, and that's big picture stuff. So I always think that's what usually the farmer needs.
Yeah.
Big picture, because their head's down, working on the day-to-day
Big
tasks.
picture. They persevered for a long time,
Right.
And I appreciate that. But we want to make sure that there's also folks prepared to step into the business.
Absolutely,
Yeah.
absolutely. Well, I appreciate your time today.
Yeah, it's great to
Thank
see you.
Nice
Congratulations
meeting
to you. Thank you.
Thank you.